Challengers, so I would like to give you some advice before you go out and go shopping for your items for this Crockpot challenge. The first thing I would say is make a list and only write the items that you need for these recipes on your list. That will keep you from buying things you don't need and maybe buying snacks that aren't healthy. And when I write my list, I write it in order of the store. So I'll put produce together, dairy together, meats together. That way I'm not going through every aisle of the store and buying things on impulse. So that will help. And also make sure that when you're buying your groceries that your cart is full of whole foods. Whole foods are gonna be like your carrots, your vegetables, your meats, your dairy, things that have whole ingredients. So if you take like oatmeal that has fruit in it, if you look at that, the whole foods are going to be your oatmeal and your fruit, but then there's going to be added ingredients and you don't want those. So make sure you stick to whole foods. And also another tip, if you're buying yogurt, try to stay away from anything that has fruit flavor in it. Those are usually really high in sugar and they're not that good for you. So my advice would be to grab a plain yogurt and add your own fruit. I like to add strawberries to mine with some chia seeds. You can get Greek or normal, whatever you prefer. And yeah, that'll just help you cut down on a little bit of sugar. And make sure you only shop the outside aisles. You don't want to go into the middle. That's where a lot of your processed food, if you shop the outside aisles, then you will be more inclined to get whole foods and not processed foods. Also, you're gonna wanna check your ingredients. If you're buying say canned tomatoes or something that is canned or in a box or something, make sure you check the first 5 ingredients. You want those first 5 ingredients to be whole foods. You don't want them to be sugar or anything like that. If you don't know what the first 5 ingredients are, you probably shouldn't be buying it and you probably shouldn't be putting it in your body. So make sure that you know what the first 5 ingredients are and make sure that they're whole foods. Enriched flour is another one. Those tend to, it's white flour, so it's not going to be as good for you. You want to look for whole wheat flour if you're getting something that has flour in it. And also, you want to check the label. I read labels, but I'm not reading labels for calories. You want to read the labels to check for ingredients. So you want to make sure that there's 6 grams or less of sugar in something. If it has lots of sugar in it, it's not going to be good for you either. And then I check protein and carbs. I want to make sure what I'm eating has a good amount of protein in it. And then just making sure there's not too many carbs. And then sometimes I'll look at calories, but normally I just look at the ingredients and see what I'm getting out of it. And then finally, when you get to the checkout, you're gonna wanna look in your cart and make sure that a majority of the food in there is whole foods and that you can see them. So you can see your vegetables through the bags, you can see your meat through the packaging, you can see milk, you can kind of see yogurt. But if it's in a box or something, you're not going to be able to see your food that well. So you want to make sure that a majority of your food is whole food that you can see. I hope that these tips work. If you have any questions, just comment below. Have a great day. Bye.